Good evening, viewers, and welcome to this special program. I'm your host, Nadeem Kader. With me this evening is my guest, Pascal Villeneuve. He is the representative of the United Nations Children's Fund, the UNICEF. Welcome to the program. Pascal, you have been in Bangladesh for quite some time now.
18 months.
18 months. That's a long time to know Bangladesh. What did you really find that really attracts you to Bangladesh?
Well, Bangladesh is a fascinating country, I must say. I mean, first of all, the people are delightful. Bangladesh is famous for a number of things: hospitality, natural wonders. I really enjoy to travel outside of Dhaka whenever I have the opportunity. And for someone who works for children, Bangladesh is a source of inspiration. There are challenges, we will discuss about them, but it's also very much a source of inspiration for UNICEF, not just in Bangladesh, by the way, but also globally. Bangladesh has been a
we'll
place
come to
where,
that also, yes.
There has been a number of innovations which have taken place. So,
well, because coming back to UNICEF, you just said that Bangladesh had made some model cases, which was an example to the rest of the world. What are these projects that you think have done that?
Well, I think that there are, in Bangladesh, I would say that there are four sets of issues that, make my work very interesting. First of all, there are a number of causes for celebration. There are, of course, issues that need to be, there are successes that need further consolidation. There are also sort of old challenges and emerging challenges. But as far as celebration is concerned, obviously one well-known success is the fact that Bangladesh has achieved the Millennium Development Goal number 4, yes, which is about reducing child mortality by 2/3 before 2015. And Bangladesh is the only low-income country with such a large population to have achieved this goal before 2015.
Yes.
So it's a major success. It's a source of inspiration for all the other countries that are still struggling to achieve this goal.
How was it possible to achieve this? Because Bangladesh, is a country where there's a lot of natural climate, there are political upheavals and all that. So
right.
Bringing this particular goal before the time set is not an easy task.
Well, it is not, and I think the main reason is because Bangladesh has been able to scale up to apply to a very large group of children a number of technical solutions like immunization, for example, by putting systems in place, but also by changing a number of practices and social norms that were detrimental to reducing the improving child survival.
I think Bangladesh has set the trend, especially the government with the House Speaker, the Prime Minister, the opposition, everyone is woman. So yeah. I think there's a priority for women here. And it's right that women have come a long way from where they were before. But can you tell us, as far as the health concerns, because you've seen the mortality rate has gone down, but what about the health of the mothers?
Maternal mortality is decreasing, but it is not decreasing at a similar pace as for example, the mortality of young children. There are a number of reasons for that. Maternal mortality is the result of issues and problems that are less easily fixed than say the children's diseases. For example, many women still die because of pregnancy, of complications associated with the pregnancy or with the delivery. And to be able to care for these women, for these mothers, you need to have services that are not available. That are still not available in all parts of Bangladesh, particularly in remote areas.
Right. Yeah. Talking about child rights, which is absolutely the basic of UNICEF, I guess. So, can you state the situation in Bangladesh?
Well, I would say that we are very pleased to learn that 2 weeks ago the Parliament adopted a new act, which is the Children Act. And we are pleased for a number of reasons. First of all, it brings Bangladesh in line with the definition of the child in the convention is that children are defined as anyone under the age of 18.
But what does it mean, more children? I mean, where is the benefit of having more children than we had before?
Well, I mean, if we take, for example, children in conflict with the law, until now, children between the age of 16 and 18 who were in conflict of the law were treated as adults, and therefore they were treated like however, now under this new law, for example, they will not be detained. They will be managed by the juvenile justice system. But of course, the implication that the juvenile justice system in Bangladesh needs to boost its capacities to care for probably more.
But when you talk about challenges of this program, what are the things that you think that would be a real challenge for Bangladesh to?
I think there are 3 specific challenges. One is to address the issue of neonatal mortality. Neonatal mortality still accounts for about 50% of all child death at the moment, and you cannot address correctly neonatal mortality unless you also work on reducing maternal mortality, because both are very linked. The second challenge is to go the extra mile in terms of immunization coverage. Right now, about 90% of all children under the age of 1 are fully immunized, which is a fantastic success. But it also means that 10% of children are still not fully immunized. Now, 10% of
how do you measure this immunization? 1%, 10%? I mean,
through household surveys, but also through administrative reporting of, vaccination activities. But 10% of children under the age of 1 not reached by immunization services, it means about 300,000 children missed every year. So it's not a small number. It's quite a large number. We are talking about Bangladesh, right? It's a large population country. And the last, if I may, challenge in terms of ending preventable child death is to address the issue of drowning. It is now the number 1 cause of death among children aged between 1 and 5.
This is a riverine country. There are floods. There are ponds. There are water bodies. So there's water everywhere.
That's right. But it's possible, because there are projects that are still limited in scale, but which shows that it's actually possible to teach young children how to swim.
I'm told that there is a propaganda against one of the achievements that Bangladesh made about the immunization. So what is this propaganda, and who are these people, and what are you doing about it?
I guess you are referring to the vitamin A supplementation campaign recently. Yeah, I understand that there has been rumors about
getting sick
the safety of these vitamin A supplements that have been given to children. I understand also that the Ministry of Health is conducting an investigation, so I don't know the answer of that. But what I can say is that the value of vitamin A supplementation as a child survival intervention is without doubt one of the most effective. And for us, there is no question to minimize the importance of conducting these campaigns on an annual basis, basically.
Well, coming to malnutrition, the other problem that developing countries face, what is the situation in Bangladesh?
Early malnutrition, particularly stunting, is a remaining challenge. Stunting is a form of malnutrition which is associated with poor nutrition during pregnancy and during the first 2 years of life. Stunting means people who are too short for a given age.
Right. Causes other disabilities also.
Right. Yeah. I mean, being short
Yeah.
is not a it's not a disease in itself, but it's an indication that the fetus and the young child has been deprived from some essential nutrients during pregnancy and during the first 2 years of life. And the implications of stunting is that the child will have a cognitive development impaired compared to a non-stunting child. And there is also a lot of evidence now that a stunted child will tend to perform less well in school than a non-stunted. So stunting in fact affects the whole development of the society and of the nation. Stunting and poverty reduction and economic growth. So for a 10% increase of the GNP per capita, one can expect a 6% reduction of stunting. The challenge, though, is to accelerate the rate at which stunting goes down in Bangladesh. And it's important at the individual level, and it's important at the society and country level.
What would be the most important suggestion that you would like to give to the government and to the people of Bangladesh to see that they have a very healthy life and that the health sector is addressed properly?
Well, I think that one important message is that Bangladesh is a young country. There is a lot of talk about the population dividend. What it means in practice is that the number of the share of the population that is young is growing. A city like Dhaka, by some estimates, by the year 2025, will be the largest city in the world in terms of its youth population. So this youth bulge. Right now there are 31 million adolescents in Bangladesh. This youth bulge can be either an opportunity or a liability, depending on how well the society cares for them. And we do think that this is one of the major challenges that Bangladesh will face in the future.
And UNICEF will be there.
Sorry?
And the UNICEF will be there.
We certainly will be there if there is still a need for UNICEF to be there.
I'm sure there's always a need and always ways for cooperation. Well, Pascal Villeneuve, thank you so much for joining this program.
Thank you so much.
And look forward to having you again.
Thank you for your invitation. Thank you.
Well, viewers, we come to the end of this program. I was talking to Pascal Villeneuve, who is the representative of the United Nations Children's Fund. He has appreciated the achievement of the Millennium Development Goal, but he said the challenge that lies ahead is how the youth are brought up healthy, and of course, if they are healthy, they will be wealthy. Thank you for watching.